I'm Edin Velez. I'm a Puerto Rican born and raised artist who's been living for many decades in New York City. I started to work on this piece quite a few years ago, and it took about 4 years to shoot and about 1 year to edit. It came out of my obsession with the human face, which is a link that goes through all my video work. I've always been fascinated by the landscape of the human face, which is a link that goes through all my video work. And initially I started to take photographs, panoramic photographs in the subway. There's a long tradition of people photographing strangers in the subway going back to the 50s. A number of great books have been published about it. And at the time, we didn't have the convenience of the iPhones with a good camera, so I used a Sony CyberShot camera, which gave pretty good quality. And after I worked with the photographs for a while, then I switched over to video. So I shot for about 4 or 5 years in the subway. I always took the camera with me, and then spent about a year processing the video digitally by a just horrifically tedious, time-consuming process to have a look that's neither video nor film nor anything. It's just a sort of massage, digitally manipulated image. And after it was finished, I was lucky enough that it would premiered at the Museum of Modern Art's documentary Fortnight. And I was quite pleased with it, but being digital, one can't help but mess with stuff after it's finished. So after it showed at the Museum of Modern Art, I wanted to continue sort of expanding it. Somehow or other, I got it in my mind to create a multi-channel piece. And so went from landscape to vertical format, and made it so that it's a little more interactive, you can use that word. And so now the viewer can actually sort of make their own edit. You can watch whatever screen you want. A viewer can sort of pick and choose what they want to see rather than see it in a linear fashion. And God knows what's going to happen with the images. I've continued to keep shooting in the subway, so I have enough to make some sort of new video. And it's really a love letter to the New York City subway. A lot of New Yorkers hate the subway. I find it one of the most interesting places that one can spend time in. I seldom read or listen to music. I'm kind of busy watching the people and many times recording them, although now it's incredibly easier with an iPhone. And I don't know what else is next with this piece. It might revive in some new way, but I still shoot. I don't use this anymore. I use an iPhone, which has immensely better quality, and I'm still shooting in the subway and taking photographs, so I don't think this will ever end.